Vicky and Elizabeth from Southern Studio. Thank you for joining us on the Steelyard Airstream. Have you ever been in an Airstream?
Absolutely not. In the middle of High Point.
In the middle of High Point, on a corner. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
So everybody,
with teeny martinis.
With teeny martinis.
And a food truck.
Everybody who's walked in has wanted to embellish this, though. They wanted to put their own design kind of on it, right? Because it's a little bit plain for a designer. What would you do? What would you do to make this pop right off the bat?
Honestly,
yeah.
I love the monochromatic.
Do you?
The monochromatic vibe too.
Yes.
Great.
Yes, it's
Okay.
very
The
urban.
Steelyard, it really works.
Good. Then we would do nothing. I love that. Fantastic.
I
Cool.
think it's fabulous. You could add more alcohol over there.
Don't pan the camera that way. We're not having it. We're having teeny martinis and a little bit of beer. So I've heard a rumor that you all at Southern Studio have done a lot of show houses this year. Tell us about that. What are you doing?
So this has been our year of showcasing some of our work. So the first house
And it's
that
accidentally too.
Exactly. We didn't plan on it. And
Okay.
so we have covered 3 pretty large projects that have been open to the public for tours. One in Charlotte, one in Raleigh, and we're getting ready to install the 3rd one for the year on Bald Head Island.
Wow.
So the first one was a Southern Living inspired home in Fort Mill.
Okay.
And it was open for tours. It was a charity home. The second one,
Parade of Homes in Raleigh.
Okay.
So it was the most expensive home in the parade that we helped work with the homeowners and furnish
Wow.
all of that. So that was great.
Cool.
Yeah.
and that one just finished up last weekend.
Okay.
And then
so right before market,
Yeah,
you're
right
before
scrambling to
market.
get a show house
Yes,
done.
and then
Good.
next week we installed the 3rd one on Bald Head Island, and that's an island that you can only get to by ferry and barge, and has only golf carts, no cars on the island.
Okay.
So that's a challenge in itself.
So logistics of installation are not easy on something
no,
like that.
no, and market in between. So it's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been a
Whirlwind.
fun year, but we've got a great team. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, our team's outside drinking. But
Well, after the couple weeks you've had, I don't
Yeah.
blame them at all at this point.
Honestly, everybody's been working so hard, but we've got a great team to pull it off.
That's great. That's fantastic. So what are you most excited about at Market? In between these projects, what are you most excited to see and do here at High Point Market?
Honestly, it's our time to connect in the industry. I love seeing our industry friends from all over the country.
Sure.
And supporting them in all their events, and then meeting with our reps. It's a great time for us to really connect with our reps and bond.
Yeah, it's been great for our team too. We come for 4 or 5 days and rent a house and stay. It's been good for our team to bond as well,
Sure.
especially after all of this. But we love seeing just the new product and really supporting the vendors that we work with.
That's great. I think that's something lost in the industry sometimes, is that relationships matter,
Yeah.
right? So seeing your rep, it's not all about product sometimes. It's establishing that trust, establishing that relationship. And that's why we love working with, some of the brands we do on Steelyard, is that they trust us, they trust our designers, they build that relationship and not just push product and buy product. And
It
it's
is.
so important to hear you say that you value that at Market.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's great.
absolutely. It is not about the sofa. We say that all the time. When
Yeah.
there's a problem, it's not about the sofa.
Sure.
It's about how you made somebody feel.
Absolutely. That's great. Okay, well, we can talk business or we can have some fun questions as well with our teeny martinis and our little beer. So, salud. So we're going to ask a first question. I'm not going to tell you that this came from your team or not, but I want to know what your love language at work is.
Oh my gosh, how did that happen? Oh my gosh. So did they tell you we did that? So actually,
No.
it's not called the love language.
Okay.
For business, it's called the language of appreciation, right? And we
Okay.
actually did that as a team building.
Huh.
And mine is acts of service.
Acts of
I don't
service.
want to give, but take out the trash.
Okay. I
Right?
love
What
that.
was yours?
Words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
So
Yeah.
just like encouraging words instead of like receiving gifts or anything like that. I
Yeah.
do better with just kind of that, the affirming.
It's important to know in your personal life and at work. I think this is a really great exercise.
Well, and
to
you know
go
what was
through.
interesting is that nobody on our team had gifts as their love language or
Yeah.
language of appreciation. It wasn't gifts. It was all mostly words of affirmation or acts of service.
Interesting. Okay, since Elizabeth has not been on the spot, then we're going to put her on the spot. Even though affirmation is your love language, your work language, excuse me,
Language.
I want to know what the best gift you've ever gotten is.
Oh, gosh, that's a good one.
I thought so. That's why I asked it.
Can you come back to me?
I can, because I've got one more for Vicky, so you think about that. I'm going to come back to that.
That's okay.
I could answer yours.
You could?
Go ahead.
You got a baby.
Let's do it.
Well, your daughter. Isn't that the best gift you could ever have?
If she's up at night, no. I've got 3 little ones too, so we'll come back to you.
Okay.
We're going to ask you next. I've heard that bucket lists are important to you. So what's next on the bucket list in your life?
That I can share?
Yes, so that you can share publicly with designers around the country here on the Steelyard platform.
I have a huge travel bucket list.
Okay.
My bucket list is mostly travel.
Okay. So what's next? What's the next spot that you really
I actually was
to?
thinking about it. I really, there's 3 that are the top of my bucket list.
Okay.
I want to cruise the entire intercoastal waterway on a boat.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to Australia, New Zealand.
Yeah.
And I want to...
Do you have to throw Fiji in with that?
Oh,
With
sure.
New Zealand?
Of course.
Kind
of.
of.
Course.
Yeah, okay.
I think,
all right.
I think as long as you're there, right?
You might as well,
And
right?
then I want to spend a month on a ski slope skiing every day for a month.
Wow.
That's my bucket list.
Really diverse, that bucket list, though, of travel. I mean, you're talking about New Zealand, Fiji, in that area, and then skiing for a month. Okay. I don't like the cold, so you're skiing. You lost me at skiing.
Okay, well, that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
But you could come to Fiji.
I would see Fiji, I would do. Now you're back on the spot. Go ahead.
So I think it definitely just those thoughtful gifts. So for example, my mother-in-law this last Christmas, she gave us a painting. It was our wedding portrait. It just totally unexpected, but
Sure.
so thoughtful, and it was done by like a local artist. So I think just how curated that was and
Yep.
special that is
Yep.
to us. So yeah, just those thoughtful gifts that maybe aren't like on your list,
Right.
or just that outside the box.
That
great
Unexpected. Yeah,
Sure.
exactly.
That's a great answer. Well, we'll get you back to your team because they might be getting a little rowdy outside. So we'll
I
go
can hear
ahead and. But Vicky, Elizabeth, thank you for joining us today in Southern Studio, our partner with Steelyard, and we love our friendship. So thank you so much.
We are
Thank you
so
for having
thankful.
us.
Cheers. Thank
Good.
you.